Hey guys, it's Benzie. I'm here with my friend Clara. This is day 2 of the Uberman Sleep Schedule transition, and I actually forgot to record a video in the last wake cycle, but I remembered this time. It's 5 in the morning, and well, now that I'm recording this video, I feel a lot better.
That's cute.
Yeah. I actually had thought maybe I had like a really early transition because of my past experiences and like the last 2 wake cycles. I actually felt super awake the whole time. My last nap wasn't that great, and this wake cycle I have felt like pretty lethargic and tired. So that was disappointing. But, you know, it's a process. Comes in waves. Blah, 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 blah. We've been practicing ukulele a lot this session. Last session watched a lot of OA.
We'll do that again.
Yeah. Clara has been tired. Have you been tired, Clara?
Yeah, my eyes are sending me urgent messages to close pretty constantly right now. And for the last wake cycle too was the first one that was like really difficult.
Are you staying hydrated?
No. I can tell because my voice is so scratchy too.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm pretty wiped. But my last 2 naps I actually slept, which is good because because all the other naps I hadn't slept, I just sort of laid there and tried. But I guess there was one where I slept for part of it, or I was like not sure. I was like, did I feel like I woke up from slumber? But yeah, but now I'm to the point where I'm like struggling to stay awake for 3 hours, and then when it's nap time, it feels a little bit like being anesthetized, but
oh, we talked to our friend on the phone. That was fun. It was fun too because like they were on Clara's phone, and then my nap actually happened, and I got to take my whole nap and then come back out and talk to them on the phone again. And if I was like going to bed for any amount of time longer than 20 minutes, that wouldn't have been really possible.
Yeah, although when it was time for my nap, he was like, I'm not waiting around for that.
Yeah. He had already been on the phone for a while.
That's true. It was like more than an hour. I do wish we had people to talk on the phone with all night, because I think that would work really well for me to stay awake, just because of like extra vision loopholes. But
well, there's people we could have called away later into the night.
Yeah, well, I guess now it's like morning crowd kind of time.
No, nobody's awake in the morning.
Some people are.
Who?
I don't know, like old people and strangers.
Okay, those aren't the people whose phone numbers I have.
Well, like my parents, basically. I guess they'll probably be awake in like an hour. But
my parents are in different time zones, so they would not be awake.
What you need is parents east of us instead of west.
Or just no parents. Sorry, parents. Bye. Oh, I'm excited. This is unrelated to the polyphasic sleep, but a new episode of my podcast came out yesterday.
That's awesome.
It's kind of funny because, like, when recording that podcast, like, me and Juno have a really emotional talk in it, and it was very emotional for me at that time, but, like, that was, like, a month ago now, so the podcast coming out, I'm like, oh, I don't feel very raw about that subject anymore. So. Okay, I did a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, see you guys next cycle. So, had 2 really good awake ones. This one I am feeling way more sleepy. Clara's sleepy. Very sleepy. All the cycles, it seems.
Well, I feel like I was doing great the first 5 or 6. And then the one we're currently on and the previous one were both like, or I mean,
that's the new day.
Just started. Yeah.
Because people saw the previous day.
Yeah. So I feel like I didn't know what tired was. and kept saying like, this isn't so bad. Like, sure, I'm tired sometimes, but it comes in waves. And now it's like,
now Clara can't even handle other people saying that they're tired.
I did have a reaction to John saying, I gotta go to sleep because I have to work in the morning and I'm only gonna get 6 hours. I'm like, only 6 hours? Whoa! And when Devin yawned, I was like,
how dare you?
I did have the thought like, oh, the audacity yawning around me. How dare you?
Yeah.
But I checked that impulse and then brought it up because I thought it was funny.
It was funny.
So that's not quite the same. Oh man, my voice is real scratchy.
It's cute though. Oh, I love it. Okay.
Are we recording already?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Gotta capture the moment. So today though, what? Okay, I don't know.
What do you want this? What do you want to share for this one?
Okay, it's 10 a.m. That's information. So you can decipher.
Do you want some help? Yeah. Okay. So we had naps. Our last naps were at 7 and 7:30. 7:30. And I think my assessment of the situation is I was a hot mess before this past nap, and you were like pretty capable and feeling fine and convinced that you were done adapting. And then after this most recent nap for us, I'm feeling like, oh, I got this. I feel great. And you are...
I'm not working.
Well, you're doing great. I mean, you did fall asleep a little bit on the couch. But I'm pretty sure I
for
caught
like
you...
less than 10 seconds though.
You can't know that, but probably.
Yeah, because I know the scene.
Oh, that's true.
We just finished season 1 of the OA. I love the show and have already seen it a bunch of times. I've been so excited to show it to Clara. And
really good.
Clara had the perfect reaction. It was so
just
sweet.
sobbing.
It was beautiful. I felt so connected and in love with you.
Thanks. Yeah, it was good. I cried a lot. Yeah, I wanna share what you said when I was like, let's start season 2, and you were like, I want to request that we do something like an activity that's not watching TV, and I was like, okay, do you want to paint the closet now? And you were like, no, that sounds hard. And you were like, I meant after the nap. We have another nap in an hour or so. And I was like, okay, so you do want to watch TV right now?
Oh my god,
and
you guys.
I think what I'm seeing is you're just like, you can't do anything right now, which I get.
It really feels that way.
Yeah.
I feel... Yeah, I can't even make a sentence. I guess I made that one.
That one was great.
We went on a walk.
The walk was so helpful. I was really not holding it together before our last naps, and taking the walk was like no brain power. I didn't have to pay attention to it, but it actually like kept me awake pretty well.
Yeah, maybe I should do some like Married at First Sight on the treadmill. That would take no brain.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. I don't even need a brain. Sometimes. Yeah, I had this... Well, first of all, in the book, they got all the stuff they wanted to get done in 2 days. And I thought that was going to happen to me. So that's not fair.
Did you read that part of the book, or was that just my memory?
Yeah, I read it. But Claire did point out that they were in college, so they probably just had an apartment and not a house full of house projects.
Yeah, with like grown-ass women with like stuff, or humans anyway. And like, well, I don't know, whatever. But
gender is complicated.
I know. I just
Look, I have space to talk about that for a minute.
I do mean that we're grown-ass people with like
way more projects.
With accumulated projects. Yeah. That was my main point. We could talk about gender if you want.
Yeah, because you brought it up in the car, but it was right before my nap. I feel so complicated about it. Because before I was like, I'm a woman. And then I was like, okay, like I'm a human. You know? And gender is a social construct, which I believe. but I also feel like, yeah, that's why, because I was going by they, them for quite a while, and recently I've been saying like she, they, because I just like, especially during this pandemic, um, I've been in like a pretty closed group with like very little access to non-men, and I feel like I'm a woman and I like need to be around other women, and I don't feel like I could just say non-men because yeah, because it was specifically I wanted to be around women. Yeah. So yeah, I feel confused about it in general, but like recently I have been feeling,
More she-ish.
yeah,
Okay.
and I think that's okay.
Yeah, of course it's okay. Well, and like that's great because I don't always get it right. So when I was in I mean, so it's great for me and my comfort, I guess, because I sometimes make the mistake or made the mistake of using she/her pronouns, and
Yeah.
then yeah. So it just makes me feel.
And I do present pretty femme, so.
Well, but that's not the point.
But and also like I do think something Nicole said to me before is important, which my brain doesn't work, so I'm butchering this just to be clear. Uh, um, that like I think it's also, yeah, it's related to so many things, but like we can't really abolish gender without being able to like point at it and all the problems. And so like I don't want to ignore that I was like socialized and continue to socialize as a woman and treated like a woman, and that's just accurate for my experience. So I want to be able to use that language. Not that anybody was ever making me not able to, but yeah. So that's how I feel right now.
Okay. So, in your perfect world, would I mix it up and like alternate between she and they? Because I could do that.
I don't really even notice.
Okay.
I feel like if somebody used like he or him pronouns on me, I would just notice because it was weird, you know. But I think like probably related to like I have no connection to what people describe as like any kind of like gender dysphoria whatsoever, like not just body stuff but experience stuff. So I just don't think I'm pained enough by it to have strong emotions about it. Like even my they them choice, which I still think has like value in certain spaces, is more of like taking that on politically than like for my comfort. It's actually uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
But it feels important for some things. So yeah. Cool. Yeah. I don't know what I want. I want a big. Oh my god. I want this quesadilla from this place I used to work at. That's what I want more than anything.
We're talking about gender and pronouns, and you're like, I don't know what I. Wait, I want a quesadilla. That's what women want. We want quesadillas.
This one does.
Yeah, well, I mean, I want a quesadilla too.
If we had the supplies, I would cook a quesadilla and burn the house down.
Probably. I don't feel like I would let you do that in your current state.
Yeah, you could just watch me.
I don't think I would let you do that.
Oh, okay.
I would protect you from yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not time to cook. It's time to hold on until nap time.
45 more minutes.
Is it?
Yeah. I feel like my tummy hurts, and my shoulders are sore, and my eyes are dry from crying, and my fingers feel a little funny.
Like tingly or something?
Yeah. And yeah, I just feel like This is a weird thing. I agree. So, this is less than 48 hours of sleep deprivation.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I don't know the technical definition of sleep deprivation. Like, I think it's more extreme than just being like overtired. And we definitely we've even been in this process for less than 48 hours. So I think like sleep dep, there's more to come probably. At least for me, I feel pretty confident.
I'm acclimated.
Yeah, I feel like we can check that box for you if that makes you feel better this cycle.
It does give me hope that you felt pretty bad before and feel better.
I feel great right this second.
Yeah, so there's a chance that I could feel better in the future too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it. I've been taking notes of like how things have felt.
Yeah.
As well as the things we've done. So like, yeah, after the 11:30 nap, I was very tired. I wrote most so far, and then after the 3:30 nap, I actually slept, and we played the Jewel song, and we worked on the pantry, and we took the walk, and then for this one I wrote feel a bit better.
Aww.
But actually I felt pretty solid, and I was only really I was only even feeling. I did have a wave while we were watching, like maybe the second to last episode of the OA, where my brain felt a little bit like, I don't know. It's like nausea, but in your brain. It's like not necessarily in your stomach.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, but that's how the sleepies are hitting me some of the time, and yeah. But I had a little bit of that, but I've mostly felt like really confidently awake for this period. And then so I'm seeing it like it's waves, and your body's sort of like, oh, I can catch up like this. Wait, I can catch up like this. You know what I mean?
I kind of want to call the awake cycles awakes. Like that's
okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like my body is alternating between giving me what I want and trying to like we're having an argument. I'm saying these naps are enough, so get what you need out of them, and it's alternating between saying okay maybe and actually let me make this really painful so you just succumb and go back to normal,
which the book said.
Yeah, it's like a good sign that you're experiencing sleep deprivation, because that's what's going to force your body, like that's what makes it urgent for your body to start getting what it needs in the 20-minute naps.
I think we should also talk about my bad jokes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Do you want to talk about it, or do you want me to?
I think you'd be better at it.
Okay. So Benzie has been a little bit negative. I have called it feisty, and I've pointed it out in a couple of different ways, just sort of gently, and the responses have been like, "You're feisty," and like. And like I one time asked her to stop being so contrary, and she said no. Oh my gosh! And the reason I asked her is we're watching this show, and I'm expressing like all these characters are friends, and I'm just like, oh, they're best friends, and she's like, no friends. Like, Betsy, can you just be a little bit more positive? I was like, take it from like a 10 of negativity down to like a 9. Like, just try it
And it was sarcastic negativity.
Yeah, I fully believe that all of it is counter signaling. But when you're,
understand.
Yeah, I think you get it. But like for the folks at home, when the multitude of all of your interactions for hours on end are all counter signaling, it's yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, once I like finally was like, listen, I need you.
Listen, Linda.
Yeah. Linda, listen. You're not listening to me.
I'm listening.
That was a good name. Yeah, you did listen.
When that meme existed, my grandma sent it to me. But my grandma sends me like videos and stuff all the time, so I usually don't watch them. Because actually, if anybody sends me a video, I almost never watch it. because I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to something right now because I have to like turn the volume on my phone. Anyways, yeah, and then it got popular, and then I was like, oh, usually I think my grandma's like behind on memes, but maybe sometimes
Your grandma's been with it the
she's
whole
ahead of the
time.
meme. Yeah.
You should send your grandma the out of body experience guy.
Yeah.
Also, did you ever see the one with the little boy? His like baby brother has ketchup on him, and the little boy thinks that his brother is bleeding, and his family is like, his parents are laughing at him because they're like, it's just ketchup. He's like, not funny, blood. He's like so concerned about it, like his baby brother. He thinks his baby brother's injured.
That's
it's
so
really
sad.
cute. It's really cute.
Farah showed me this video of, well, we accidentally found it. We were together when, so we didn't show it to me. Whatever. How do you ever describe that?
Tell me about the video. I think we get it.
It was this girl, maybe like 10 years old, and she was, the pole in the closet, and on the two sides, one is a full circle, like closed, and one's a U. And she like kept putting it in the U first, and then couldn't get in the circle, and she was so frustrated. And the dad just like wasn't helping her. He was just like laughing and filming her.
Yeah.
And it was like she was getting so frustrated. She was like, I don't understand. Like, help me. And the dad's just like, think about it. Just look at it. Wouldn't it be useful if that side had an open top? And she's like, yeah, it would be really useful. It was like very cute, but also sad.
Just the other day, I was looking through old videos on my phone of the kid I used to babysit before the pandemic, and a couple years ago, I filmed him trying to wrap a rubber band around a matchbox. And like the way you would do it is you would like wrap it one way and then twist it, and so then it goes perpendicular, right? I'll have to show you the video. I won't share it here, but he would like pull it, and then he's just like, and he let go. And he just tried and tried and tried. And then would throw the rubber band. Children are just really bad at stuff.
And they're really cute. Yeah. Okay, that's all you get for now, Internet. See you in the future. Probably.
Hey guys, we are in the 4th wake cycle of the day. Yeah. The last video I named 3rd wake cycle.
Oh, okay.
So I've been feeling great this wake cycle. I actually don't feel like I've been like a little bit when I woke up. I was a little pouty, but
You're a grouchy person now.
but yeah, I've been having a good wake cycle. I feel like I've been okay. I also I did some things. I like started laundry. I did some more stuff clearing out the pantry to paint. Yeah, and then we've been watching a little bit of TV. And we're about to get some food delivered to us from our friends.
Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. Yeah, I feel like this wake cycle has been good. Like I haven't been in pain, and I wasn't too tired for the first half of it probably, but now I am feeling like, ooh, I'm excited for my nap.
Yeah, I would describe myself as sleepy, but not.
Yeah, I'm not in the like, oh, I'm gonna fall asleep just because I'm sitting here. Yeah.
One thing I think is really cool is like that last cycle. I was.
Oh, you were a wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like in general, if I'm having a day and it's a really bad day, like then I have a whole day that's bad. You know? Like that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
But here, the most bad time I would probably have is like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And then you reset it.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. And it's possible things can happen that because like sometimes big things happen and I feel bad for like a week, you know, or ever. Not as a whole, but like about the thing. Yeah. But yeah, I like the reset over and over again. It feels good.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and I'm really liking that I'm actually falling asleep for my naps now.
Yeah,
that feels sweet.
I think I found out something that was helpful for me. Was at the beginning I was just using my one blanket, but then I was like, oh hey, when I actually sleep alone most of the time, I take the second blanket and also put it on me, and it creates like a weighted blanket feel. Like I feel more weighed down.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So I think that helped my last few naps was doing that actually.
Yeah.
So
something I've noticed is that the first few naps I would lie down and then my brain would just spin and all the thoughts would come.
yeah.
And the last few naps have been more successful because I think I'm getting into the like I don't know, it's like different, it feels different than meditation, but I notice myself like successfully willing my brain to have no thoughts.
Yeah.
And which didn't feel possible to me. I mean, even in my meditation practice feels pretty distantly achievable. And I think it's partly helped by the fact that like all of the new thoughts that I have since the last sleep, where my body was convinced that it was safe to be unconscious, it's like so few. It's just like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And then also because the sleep is going to be so short, it's like I don't have anything that I need to think about and figure out right now because I can just pick it back up in 20 minutes and figure it out then when I have more time. And so I feel like my brain in this sleep schedule is way more willing to like set things aside mentally than I've ever been in a monophasic schedule ever.
Well, and one of the things that people, one of the reasons people say that the Uberman can like help with memory is because the REM cycle is like the like memory logging.
Right, that's
cycle.
when your short term gets like logged in your long term or something, right?
So if you're doing that every few hours, it's less load, you know? Yeah. So it's if you like keep up on your paperwork versus like, oh, let me wait till all the paperwork comes in and then I'll organize it all.
That's been me for my whole life, and I just, it's like the stacks keep,
Yeah. So we're giving our brain a little filing system. Okay. Yeah, so that's our update. See you when our bellies are full. It's gonna be so good. Good bellies full of food.
I can't co-sign this.
Fine. Alright, we are in day 2, cycle 5. Oh, wait. Nope. No, cycle 6. I missed one. Sorry.
Well, wait. What are you naming them? Cycle 6? Cycle 5? Yeah. I just never learned our naming convention. Sorry.
Yeah, so this is the last cycle of this day.
I agree with that. I think I understand.
Yeah. I still feel tired. We had a visitor. We had some food delivered from our friend. It was nice. It was fun. I feel sleepy, but I felt pretty okay this last cycle.
Yeah. You did fall asleep. Did we mention that? You fell asleep?
Oh yeah, like for a second, you know. And I wonder if it wasn't for like this sleep schedule, like if I closed my eyes for 10 seconds, I wouldn't usually consider that falling asleep. You know?
Yeah.
Like, so I think we're also hyper aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, which I'm thankful for. I'm glad you're there to notice and help me, so I don't accidentally actually fall asleep.
I do still feel a little like bad for how I woke you up because I could have just been like, oh, Lindsay, and that would have worked. But instead I was like, Lindsay! And you were like,
I didn't even remember that.
That was a lot. For me, maybe just.
Try to drink lots of water. Be alive. Take care of ourselves. It's hard. Since we're taking away such a thing. Such a big thing. We gotta have other things.
Yeah.
We're not getting any of the shit done that was supposed to get done.
That's not true. Oh. You peeled the bottom of the pantry up. You did laundry. You searched for your sander, like a lot.
Yeah,
that's hard work.
Didn't find it.
Yeah, but it's still hard work, so I'm gonna count it. You'll find it. And there's a lot of places you've already looked now.
Will I find it?
Eventually, yeah, I think so. I mean, like, maybe not, but Probably.
Yeah, probably. It's hard to lose.
Maybe I'll look for it after my next nap, and I'll just find it.
Okay.
New pair of eyes.
Also, I've been like a little picky or whatever. I have a belt sander and a circle sander. So,
and you found one of them, and you want to find the other one?
Yeah, I don't want to use the belt sander.
No, I get it.
But I probably will after my next nap because I just want to do it.
That's okay.
Yeah. So that's the end of today. Oh my god. If you are still enjoying following this journey of two sweet
Sleepy babies.
sleepy babies. Yeah. Great words.
Yeah, you got it.
Subscribe, like, comment, share, all the things. Goodbye.